Here was the poll. I was surprised that people agreed with me on this one. Should Robert Downey Jr. feel obliged to be in the Avengers 2? He says he's not going to be in it. Meanwhile, he did Iron Man 1, 2, 3, the Avengers. We just found out for the Avengers, he got $50 million. $50 million. The studio, it somehow got lost in the paperwork. The studio just found out, and they're pissed off. They're like, $50 million. It's not like Iron Man where he's in it the whole time either. He's one of 4, depending how you look on it, 6, 7 characters.
But he is the most famous.
He's the most famous, I understand it. But he's not even, when you see Iron Man, that's not even him. He's not really flying in Iron Man. There's the conversation on the plane and the conversation he has.
You're right.
With the Hulk before he changes.
He has to put that whole suit on. He has to learn how to fly and maneuver it.
He's got to train the computer.
He created a jetpack.
And there's a second conversation he has with the main bad guy in his house. I think those are the only times he's really on screen. $50 million. And he says, I'm not going to be in this new Avengers 2. And I thought, you know what? I think you should feel like you have an obligation. Not just to the people that gave you all that money and all those movies, because I know everybody's using each other, but maybe to the fans. And it does take something away when I watch Avengers 2 and be like, there's a new guy. All right, I'll get sucked into it. Why not? But damn it.
They'll still have Iron Man, but without another guy playing him?
Yeah, of course. You can't have Avengers 2 without Iron Man, unless you just explain he's all rusty right now and he's getting fixed. I don't know. But anyway, the audience said 79% of them anyway. 79% of them said yes, Robert Downey Jr. should feel obliged. If you really care about your fans, you should do this next one.
And it's very hard to make that kind of decision for somebody else when you don't even know their personal lives, and it's a commitment for a few months to do it. And I don't think it's not that big a deal. It still is your job, and it would be nice, but to obligate someone when their contract doesn't say it, I mean, shouldn't we focus on the producers who didn't have the foresight for this?
Yeah, why didn't they put it? They should have had the obligation to his fans to put in his contract.
They weren't thinking, right. They weren't thinking about me. They're just thinking about the bottom line.
I mean, I kind of don't. If there's another actor, that happens all the time, you know? Like, so it doesn't bother me. Like, I'm not going to, this doesn't seem like that big a deal.
Yeah, he's going to go, hey, me being Tony Stark, you're not, though!
Yeah. They'll do a thing in Avengers 3. He'll come back and they'll be like, where have you been?
Right. Little wink.
Yeah.
Right.
Like they did in Boy Meets World.
Okay.
With the sister. Or Roseanne with the sister.
That was Spider-Man 3, Boy Meets World.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems, just do it again. It reminds me of those people that go to conventions. I was the mask of Darth Vader, you know? And I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, nobody knows that. That's funny. Can we talk about it? Only when you give me $20. Like, oh, really? Why do you even do this in the first place? To give back to the fans. Now, I'll take $20, have a non-conversation with you.
That guy probably isn't doing that well.
Yeah, if that's your one claim to fame, you probably could use the $20.
Yeah, fans, just give that guy $20.
I saw Lori Petty there.
Who's that?
She was
Tank Girl, Point Break. We were just mentioning that the other day because they're making a remake of it.
That was sad because I thought she was really cool.
Yeah, she doesn't need your $20.
I came up to her and she was not having it. I was just like, oh, person I recognize. You're like the only one in this whole place that I can say I know, and I don't even remember your name, but this is like a thing for me. I'm just bad at names, and that wasn't my introduction to her. I figured out her name before I came up there, and she's like, yeah, and I was like,
deliberately not looking at you.
Yeah, it was so sad.
And there was no line. She was out of the way. I think the person very close to her was the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase's bodyguard, Virgil. So you, for some reason, this room isn't in high demand. Just say hi. She's flattered. No, you gotta give me $20. Get the fuck out of here. Bruce Campbell, I love. He was asking for over $80. Made me so mad. You cheap motherfucker. He also has a series now, Burn Notice. These people are just fine. The cast of Star Trek. All the Star Trek: The Next Generation, they're still doing stuff. Who's that? Jean-Luc Picard is always in stuff. Everybody loves him. He's asking $200. You could talk to me. Go fuck yourself. Do it or don't do it.
Well, you know, here's the thing about Bruce Campbell. I enjoy Burn Notice a great deal. He plays a really nice guy on that show, and so knowing that he's an asshole in real life just means he's much better an actor than I even had any idea.
You actually respect him more.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, he should command $80. Talk to a great actor who's an asshole in real life, but a nice guy on screen.
What a nice spin on some shit.
KeithAndTheGirl.com